Just upon returning to the Courageous, they hurriedly carried the Zemurian ore they had obtained to where George was waiting. This is a Zemurian ore crystal, huh? It's even cooler than I thought it'd be. You brought back a real treat this time. We couldn't believe our eyes when we saw it at first. So what do you think? You think you'll be able to make a new weapon for Valimar? It's hard to say, honestly. It seems really difficult to work with, and then there's the matter of getting enough of it to make something with. I feared as much. I find it hard to imagine this will be enough to make a Tachi large enough for Valimar to use in combat. I doubt this will be enough for Professor Schmidt to start helping out either. Well, all we can do is gather a lot more. There are 3 other spirit shrines in Eastern Erebonia. Just get through the other trials and you should have enough. You make it sound so easy. Feel free to volunteer if you have any brighter ideas. Like Elliot said, we'll just have to do what we can and gather a lot more. This will be a piece of cake. Still, what we've got now is enough for me to get a feel on how to work with. And to do that, I'm going to need to set up a proper workshop on the ship. By all means, do so in this area here. My brother would have no objections. Thank you, Your Highness. Yes, thank you. I'll get right to work. If you get a chance, would you mind helping me out, Rain? You'll be the one who has to carry whatever we end up making into combat, so it'd help to have you here. I'd be happy to. Bum, bum, ba-da-da-dum, bum, bum. Choosing to help George make his workshop will cause the main story to advance. As a result, all unfinished quests will disappear. Alright, so my question is, I gotta go to the bridge because I don't remember if I reported my last tasks or not, so let's just check first. Report quests. There's nothing to report. Oop, I meant to say check. Okay, so we're good. Alright, so George is in the other place. So that means I can't buy stuff from him here, currently. So I have to do this. Let's say hello to her. I've been trying to look after Whitcomb as well as I can. It's not showing. Oh yeah, she says the same thing. She says every time I've talked to her so far. Alright, George. Talk. I'd love to work with the ore you brought back, but I'm gonna need a proper workspace to actually do that. If you've got the time, I'd really appreciate a hand. But if you've got other stuff to do that first. I've got a feeling that setting things up is gonna take a while. Well, first, let's exchange. Alright. And then... buy. Oh, I gotta go to the 3rd floor to buy. I always forget that part. One of these days, I will get this right. I'm so used to George having stuff. Chop, buy. Alright, so he has that and it's improved already. She has hers. Laura? That would go down, so she has hers. He has his. Fee has hers. She has hers. So that means Elliot has his already. Eustace has his apparently. Fee's got hers. Sentinel. He needs his. Ogre Buster. I know Millium doesn't have that. And then we have Santa Maria. Equip. We did Millium. Ogre Buster. Yes, Lord Slayer. Sentinel. Cell. Weapons. Shot. Eye. Thought she had this. Alright, so we can go back to George. Who's now over here for right now. Modified orbit. Sorry. Customized weapons. So the only one I don't have is this one for Sarah. So that will come eventually. Modify orbit. Reens are unlocked. We can do Laura's last one. Usually once they're like this, nothing else can be done, but I always check. Alright, so now we can help out. I want to turn this into a workshop for creating Valamar's Tachi. If you get a chance, I'd really appreciate it if you could help me out. Yes, we know. Yeah, thanks. Well then, do you think you could bring me my tools from over in the Orbital factory? Can do, George. George and Rain then began remodeling the ship's hull into a workshop. While the process was more than a little exhausting, it didn't take long before they were finished. Wow. Phew, this should work for now. Okay, let's see if we can process the Zemurian ore. Ready? We're going to start by reinforcing Valamar's existing blade, right? Kind of your way of prepping for the real thing? That's the idea, yeah. I just want to get a feel for what it's like to work with, and it'll give you a stronger sword to use in the meantime. Let's get to work. Of course. I'm always waiting to hear clanking. Bang, 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 bang. Like metalworking sounds. Together they worked on reinforcing Valamar's existing blade. Despite the task being simple compared to making an entirely new weapon, working with the Zemurian ore was hard, even for George. Reen and the other members of Class 7, as well as even Valamar, helped where they could and supported him in his efforts. Eventually, aboard the Courageous. Goodness. Whoa. Valimar, your new blade is quite impressive. Yeah, it came out pretty well. Although the base weapon is still the same as Soldat's. Unlike a Soldat's blade, however, I can feel mana radiating from it now. I'll expect it to be able to hold a significantly keener edge than before. I'm amazed you managed to process that stuff. A hunk of crystal like that must have been a real pain to work with, huh, George? Well, if anyone could, it's you. I wouldn't have been able to do it I wouldn't have been able to do much with it if not for you guys' help. That we got this far is a real testament to our combined efforts. I'm not sure our contributions can even compare to what you've done, and I'm grateful for it. I'm sure the battles ahead are going to go a lot more smoothly thanks to this. We're lucky to have you on our side, George. Now, all you gotta do is take it into a real fight and see how it feels. Right, we should get Valimar to give it a couple good
Oh, you're all